Hey guys, my name is Clinton, aka Phoenix, and today we're talking about the LeBron 18. Alright, so this is the LeBron 18. This is a shoe that, when you looked at the tech specs for it coming out, had everything. 270 Air Max unit, zoom, full length, Cushlon, knit posit 2.0. Hell, it even has air in the tongue. This shoe had everything. But, how does it play? All right, so when it comes to the cushion of the shoe, it's got three components that make the whole shoe. We have the 270 unit here in the heel. We have a full length zoom unit that you can't see. And you've got Cushlon running out the entire midsole. So just an absolute beast for cushioning. This year, the 270 unit comes back from the 17, but they've actually lowered the PSI and they've actually managed to make it a hell of a lot more stable. In the 17, I would find if I was going up for a jump or something, that unit might collapse out on me, throw me a little off balance, and that just doesn't happen in the 18, which is fantastic. The full length zoom, honestly, it makes this shoe day to day comfier than Ultra Boost, Infinity React, Presto React. This is the comfiest shoe I own. It's absolutely bananas. The price point is insane, but you're getting an insane amount of cushioning for it. The Cushlon, you don't even really feel it. It's fully caged in here in the heel. And then when you get up to the forefoot, you're feeling the zoom unit instead. Uh, Compared to the 17, this feels way better. You feel the full length zoom, especially in the forefoot and in the middle of the foot. It just feels bouncy when you're standing around, walking around in it. When you get to running up and down the court, it just gives the smoothest transition possible. It's insanely comfortable. You're not going to find a comfier shoe. It doesn't matter how much you pay. This is the comfiest shoe on the market. It makes sense. LeBron's getting up there in age. He needs some cushioning to help his career go a little bit longer, and sacrifice a little bit of responsiveness for that cushioning, and it's a great trade if that's what you need. Um, I do find with the cushioning though, there seems to be a little bit of a lag with the zoom in it. Um, it's a real soft premium setup. So as you go to make that explosive first step, you're going to notice a little bit of lag as you push into the cushioning. Um, that's why some guard shoes have almost no cushioning to them, because they're just trying to get you off that first step as quick as possible. This isn't built for that, and it cannot do it. You'll find compared to the 17 last year, those Zoom pods, though they didn't offer as much cushioning, they were more responsive, so that shoe does feel a little bit quicker. But all in all, the cushioning is absolutely insane in this shoe. You will not find anything better. All right, so when it comes to the fit in the lockdown for the LeBron 18, it sounded on paper like it was going to be the best fitting shoe of all time. It's got the Knit Posit 2.0 up front, and in the 17, the Knit Posit 1.0 felt incredible. The lockdown in that shoe for me was great. It was a great fitting shoe. I absolutely adored it. Uh, on top of that, this year you've got the Flywire running throughout the shoe. And Flywire historically has been fantastic. I've loved it in a lot of other Nike shoes, especially the Hyperdunk line. Um, but the marriage just doesn't seem to mesh up here. Unfortunately, when I go to put this shoe on, it's a real snug fit to start, which, step into that and you feel confident that it's going to lock you down. But then just doesn't. I go to lace these guys up and it's pulling on the flywire units and not so much the material of the shoe. And it's causing some really big pressure points in these areas. It almost feels like a suspension bridge is collapsed in on your foot. Really it just doesn't give that one-to-one fit that I'd really like to get, that I get out of like a KD13 or even like the Puma hardwood. It's a little disappointing when you really tighten these things up. That being said, I do have a narrow foot, So it could just be as simple as needing to go down half a size for narrow footers. Wide footers, I think you'll actually find this a pretty comfortable shoe. Um, Once you're not relying on that fly wire to lock you down, I think you're gonna really find this to be a nice fitting shoe. I unfortunately do have the narrow foot, so I find it lacking in the lockdown. That being said, when I do go to make a really hard cut or change a direction, you know, it definitely stops my foot, but my foot's sliding along the footbed to get there. Um, it just really doesn't work out the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. Um, Again, that being said, that's going at 100% speed. I honestly don't play at 100% most of the time. A lot of the time I'm playing outside, I'm playing at nights at LA Fitness, and I'm not giving it my all in every possession. You know what? And come to think of it, neither does LeBron during the regular season. The LeBron 18 is a regular season shoe, even though he just wore it in the playoffs. Uh, and if you're playing at 75, 80%, the lockdown's going to feel good. You're not going to run into those pressure point issues. Um, so that being said, if you want to use it as a shoe that gets you through the season, this will definitely do that. If you need to go hard on every possession and fight for your spot on the court, you're going to have better luck elsewhere. So yeah, if you see me wearing these, I'm either going to be at LA Fitness, maybe outdoors if the court's nice. But if you see me in my men's league wearing these shoes, take it as a sign of disrespect, because I'm not even going to be trying that night. I don't feel like you need my best to beat you. So yeah, if you see me wearing these in my men's league, watch out. Now, when it comes to the lockdown support in the heel, uh, they've got the Achilles pillow, they've got the heel counter, and when you step into them, I wear these all day without even lacing them up, and the heel lockdown's great. There's hardly any slippage. But when I lace these guys up and I'm about to step on court in them, something weird happens. I don't know how to describe it fully. It's kind of like a roller coaster. You're not going to fall out of it, but at the same time, it's got you convinced that you could fall out of it. The heel lockdown's just not great. Um, for a low cut shoe, which this is, bulky as it may be, the heel lockdown's just not as good as some of the other low cut shoes, like the Harden 4s, again, the Puma hardwood. I've got other things on the shelf here, the N1 Attack 2.0, even the LeBron 17 low cut, the Freak 2. All of these shoes are low cuts and have way better heel lockdown than this guy. Again, you're not going to come out of it, you're not going to experience much slippage, but just the fit of it just doesn't provide confidence that it's doing its job properly. And the last thing about the fit and lockdown is the tongue. The tongue here is it's just not a good material. I like what they did with the Max Air units in the heel, in the tongue rather. When I locked this guy down, the laces did come over the edge, and I felt like they were actually doing something. But this tongue is razor sharp. If you wear this with low cut socks, you're gonna feel it, and you're not gonna like it. You're gonna be cut up by the time your practice is over. By the time you've spent 2-3 games playing pickup. So normally I wear high socks. A lot of hoopers do. But I wore the Nike high cut socks, and I could still feel the tongue. It wasn't cutting me up. It wasn't painful, but I could feel the thing, and it was annoying to all hell. When I stepped up to the Nike Elite sock, that made all the difference. I wasn't feeling tongue anymore. That sock's thick enough. It's not going to be a problem. But that being said, I can just picture the look on my mom's face when I ask her for a $265 shoe and tell her, oh, I need $22 socks so I can wear them comfortably. Alright, so when it comes to the traction, I'll let you guys get a nice look at it here. Nike's just gone with a diamond pattern, right at the front of the foot, real tight knit squares, and as you get back to the heel, switches up, gets a lot bigger. You don't really need that hard traction back there anyways. So when it comes to the traction, it's fine. You're not gonna brag to your friends about how this is the best gripping shoe you've ever worn, and you're not gonna complain about it either. It really reminds me of the Jordan 34 coming out of the box. It's a traction that you put on court, and it feels good. A little bit of slippage, and kind of almost makes you think, yo, what did I just pay for? But then after you wear it a couple times, that traction really starts to break in, becomes better and better as you wear it to a point. So honestly, I don't think there's anything good or bad about the traction all the way. The one small issue I did have was the lateral traction. I had a couple plays where I was coming up the top, hit a screen at the top of the 3-point line, see my opening, I dive down, should be an easy layup, but I find myself picking myself up off the ground after the shoe gave out. All right, now I want to talk about going up and coming down, as I like to put it. So, I'm a little bit on the taller side. Uh, every now and then I can throw down a couple dunks. So I've always been looking for a shoe that helps me jump a little bit higher. And the LeBron 18 does not do that whatsoever. The zoom unit in this doesn't feel bouncy at all when you're actually playing in this. It's plush, it's supple, it's amazing cushioning, but it's not helping you get up. It's not taking anything away, but the weight of the shoe is. I mean, ultimately, if the weight of the shoe makes you feel like you can't play in it, like hit the gym, come to LA Fitness, hit leg day. At the end of the day, a pair of these in size 13 weighs a little over 2 pounds. So what's a 1 pound ankle weight? It's nothing. So it's not pulling you down, but it's not helping you get up. This shoe, it's designed to help bring you back down. All right, and coming down, this shoe has the most impact protection you will ever find. It is absolutely OP. It's God level. You play in this when you get up to my age. I'm early 30s. You get up to early 30s, late 30s, early 40s. You want to be playing in this shoe. Your knees are going to... All right, all in all, when it comes to the LeBron 18, I think it's a fantastic shoe. All right, when I saw the tech specs for it with the 270 Air Max, the Zoom Air full length, the Cushlon, the Knit Posit 2.0, the Flywire, the low cut, everything about this shoe sounded like it was going to be the best shoe that's ever made. And it's not. There's no two ways about it. It's not. But why I'm going to keep playing the shoes, like I just said, I'm getting a little older. I need some cushioning. I don't want to go balls to the wall every time I play basketball. Sometimes I'm just trying to go out there at LA Fitness, have fun with my friends, get a few runs in, and play the game that I love, get a little bit of a workout in. And when it comes down to that, I don't want my knees and ankles hurting the next morning. And that's where the LeBron 18 shines, and that's why I'm going to keep lacing it up. For my men's league, again, you're not going to see me in this shoe. When competition's there, I'm going to step into something like the KD 13 that's lighter, has better grip, better lockdown. I'm going to do that because when I want to win, I'm going to give it everything I got. And this shoe doesn't let me give it everything I've got. Simply put, it's a fantastic shoe. I have a hard time recommending it at $265. That's not a budget that everybody can roll with. But if you need a lot of cushioning, this is it. Right. Alright guys, that's it for the first video on the LeBron 18. Again, thank you. Come back. I'll be putting more shoes to test. I'll be pulling them off the bookshelf, taking them out there, letting you guys know how they are. If there's any shoes you want me to review, let me know. Leave a comment. Appreciate it. See you next time.